Namaste. Question is that, sir, why we want to do asanas? Can't we do karate, aerobics, or jogging and walking, or gym? Actually, according to my experience, 37 years of experience, I can say this. There is no other art in the world which can match yoga. Mainly, here asanas. Well, if you say somebody, I am practicing yoga, they'll ask, do you know Shirshasana, do you know Sarvangasana, etc. Because of advantages. It is a small part. Asana is a small part in yoga. But it became popular because of the advantages. Even many film actors are practicing yoga in our class. Why they are practicing? Asanas prevents wrinkling on the skin before the old age. It makes your skin shine. Even many of them asked me, sir, why you have so much of shine on your face? What you apply for that? I won't have anything. See, I won't apply any cosmetics. Thing is, you should practice meditation. Your mind become clear. Secondary, you should practice asanas. That is king of the asana and queen of the asana, means mother of the asanas and father of the asanas and all. Unknowingly you get shine in your skin. That helps to maintain. This is one of the reason many film actors are practicing asanas without miss. And next thing, asana prevent the problems which you get through gravitation force. In the sense, if you throw the stone upwards, that will come down because of the gravitation force. Similarly, heart pump the blood towards the head portion. Till certain age only possible to get proper blood circulation in the head portion. Then it become down till become very low. After 40 years, blinking will go down. 50 years, two times. Then 60 years, function will go down. Then 90 years, only one in 100 or 2 in 100 having little bit ability because of their hard work. But normally person become weak gradually because of the changes in the body. Because heart will pump the blood, head portion can't receive that properly. Mainly brain part can't receive blood circulation properly. But after practicing asanas, you are going to tone the heart. You get rich blood movements in the head portion. That will keep you away from headache, ear problems, eye problems, thyroid problems, sinusitis, etc. And it's good for even lack of concentration and memory also, and absent mind also. And next thing is, asanas helps to maintain the three doshas of the body. If you do asanas with proper diet and all, you can prevent many problems. When the kapha goes up, person start getting cough, phlegm, tonsillitis and disturbance in the speak and tuberculosis, etc. When the vata goes up, he'll start getting pain in the joints, burning sensation, swelling, etc. And when the pitta goes up, he'll start getting stomach ache, burning sensation in the chest, pinching pain in the heart, vomiting sensation or nausea and dysentery, blurriness of the eyes, giddiness, etc. So one should maintain the three doshas of the body. It's not easy to maintain, but asanas help us to maintain three doshas in a normal. That's the reason after practicing even few asanas itself, you'll feel like I got cured. Whatever the problem is, you'll feel like you got cured. After a few months, that will disappear permanently. And next thing is, asana helps you to keep you young. Actually, once I went to Chitradurga, Malladihalli. When I went there, many people were working over there. Then I asked the person who was working there. He was carrying the bucket full of water and he was climbing the steps and he was pouring the water. I called him. excuse me, where is Guruji? He saw from top to bottom. He told that he go and sit over there. He'll come after half an hour. I was waiting over there. More than 500 people were standing behind of me. After some time, that person who was working outside, he came inside with wearing shawl and all. I asked him, where is Guruji? He told, I am the Guruji. I was thinking that 106 years person, he'll do 106 Surya Namaskara and he'll go to bed, he'll be on the bed. I should not disturb him. What I have taken, fruits and other gift to him, I can keep near the feet. I can salute to him. If possible, if he able to talk with me, I can talk. But what was the presentation I saw? He was carrying full bucket full of water and he was climbing the steps and he was pouring the water for the plants in 106 years. Then I got tears. Then I saluted his feet and asked him, my name is Sheshagiri. I am also teaching yoga. But after hearing of your name, I came here to see, but I am getting tinkling sensation. I am getting tears because of happiness. How come you got such a ability in this 106 years? He told that, see, Mr. Sheshagiri, you have to maintain 3 things in your life. One is you should practice asanas daily. He gave one example also. Even I did yoga on the day of my father's death also. Think of his discipline. You should practice yoga asanas daily and pranayama daily and meditation every day. And second thing is, I should maintain timetable. I came early, but he did not talk to me for longer time. He told you go and wait over there because his timetable was to work in the field for 1 hour. That made him to stand over there. This is the discipline you should have. You should create timetable. And the next thing is to know is that you should sleep on time and you should come out of the bed on time. Secret. This is the grand secret of his 106 years of age. If you do asanas, you can maintain your ability in the whole body. No hunchback, no problems of eyes, ears, teeth, nothing in your life. How come you won't get hunchback? See, the student is taking 10 kgs of weight on the back and he is going for half a kilometer of walk and 3 stores of building he should climb every day. There is chance of getting hunchback because he is taking 10 kgs of weight. Nowadays, weight become more for the children. Chance are there to become hunchback patient. But no chance if we do yoga, mainly asanas, because he is going to practice Surya Namaskara, Shalabhasana, Dhanurasana and all. He is going to bend back every day. So no chance of getting hunchback lifetime. And no chance of getting problems of eyes, ears, nothing. Because you do yoga for the eyes every day. He will bring blood circulation to the head portion every day. Secondary, you do eye yoga. That helps to keep your healthy eyes in the whole life. You can maintain without even specs also. And next thing, asanas provide good exercise to all the joints and ligaments of the body, improves the digestion, prevents constipation, diabetes, TB and cancer, and improves the quality of sleep and improves the sitting and standing posture. Means you learn to sit smart and stand smart, and you learn to work smart, because your body will permit for your work for all the good work easily. Then what do you want in life? Person is unlucky, one who is not practicing yoga. He told some of them will say that I'll go for a walk. Yes, how many kilometers you go for a walk? He told, sir, I'll go for 10 kilometers of walk. Actually, there is a liquid between the joints. It's called lubricant liquid. That will get dry up if you walk more. Then automatically joints will come together. He'll start getting knee pain or the pain of ankles, etc. And next thing is, actually it's good exercise. Walking is good exercise. But if we do more, he'll get a problems. 1 or 2 kilometers is okay. But if you do it more, you'll get a problems, sure. If you want to go for walk, you should practice yoga daily at home. Then you can go for walk if you want. You can burn calories through yoga itself. You'll do spot jogging, Surya Namaskara and all. You can burn the calories easily. You can maintain your personality even in 100 years also. Well, yoga keeps you young lifetime and maintain your energy. And karate, even I have done black belt, but some of the part will get strongness, not all. And second thing, you can't get much of flexibility, but here you get electricity. In the sense you can bend however you want. You can spread and you can bend easily, etc. You can maintain that flexibility even in 100 years also in yoga. But in karate, not like that. And second thing is, you get a rash mind. If somebody talk wrong, unknowingly you would like to beat. Because you learned karate, that dareness itself will create humor in the problems in the nature. So beware. So I'm not saying it is a bad art. But thing is, you should practice yoga, you should practice asanas properly and meditation. You should get control of your mind. Then you can learn karate. See, person, and if you give knife to child, what's going to happen? It's going to hurt himself. It's going to hurt himself, or he's going to hurt others like that. Without properization of, without a structure of the mind, if he learned karate, that will create a problems. He might end up in jail or mental hospital. So practice yoga first, then you can do karate. And next thing is gym. Actually, those who have done gym and all, they'll practice gym for longer time, no problem, but there is side effect with that. And those who have done gymming and all for long years, so they got severe problems. You know that Harnad sir, who is the hero of many films, he got bypass surgery, and he got surgery in the hand of rupture of the blood vessels while lifting the weight, etc. So it is also not bad art. You can learn, you can practice that. After practicing yoga, you get a knowledge about that, how to handle that, how many minutes I should do, how to handle even in old age also. You get a knowledge. So you can practice gym exercise also if you want after learning yoga. And somebody will tell that, sir, I'm doing aerobics, I'm feeling happy with that. You know, it's called fastest exercise in the world. Actually, when you do bicep and all, or you are doing like this, some exercise, you are doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hey, you are done only 10, do 100. What about that joints? I told you earlier, lubricant liquid is there in between. That will get dry up. They'll get a severe problems, joints pain, swelling, not in the young age, but later on they'll get a severe problems. So they should do yoga first, then they can add aerobics exercises and all limitedly. So I'm not against to any art in the world. So Practice yoga, mainly asanas in the beginning. Then you can add any art in the world easily. You get complete benefits. Even one asana also different benefits. Suppose Sarvangasana. Sarva means all, Anga means parts of the body. It cures all kinds of problems in the all parts of the body. It's good for hair falling, ear and eye problems, sinusitis, headache, throat problems, tonsillitis, respiratory disorders, cardiac trouble, stomach ache, bulging, ulcer, severe constipation, black stool, piles, fissure, varicose veins, elephantiasis, feet inflammation, etc. It makes the skin brighter, etc. So only it's called mother of the asana, Sarva Anga Asana, Sarvanga Asana. Like this, each asana with much benefits. We should do it in the sequence. We should take support of the proper teacher. Then you can get benefits, but you can't get benefits without teacher. And the next thing is there is a statement about asanas. Tatra sthira sukha asanam. Tatra means there. Sukha means happiness. Sthira means steadiness. Asana means posture. Here sthira means you should maintain steadiness of the body and stillness of the mind. In the sense, while doing asana, I should not do like this, and we should not get into that. Somebody will do like this. See, he is doing like this asana, and he'll do like this, and he'll come to position. No. Or he is talking with other, how are you? I am fine, etc. He is talking with others and he is doing yoga. How can he get benefits? You should maintain steadiness of the body. In the sense, you should be like a statue in the position. In early days, sages were practicing yoga in the forest. They were not getting any problems through wild animals because they were standing like a statue in the position. And next thing, you should maintain stillness of your mind. While doing asana itself, you'll start thinking of the outer person. I have to do that, I have to do this, I have to cook that, etc. How come you get benefits? You should maintain that steadiness of the body and stillness of the mind. And next thing is sukham. Sukham means happiness. If you do asana without much pressure, you'll feel like staying in the position. It's called sukham. Posture having with all these rules and regulations is called posture, asana. So, you should observe all this while doing asanas. And next thing, what is the timings for doing asanas? Means which timings is good for the doing asanas? Morning, empty stomach is ideal time. Or you can do it in the afternoon. After having breakfast, you should maintain 3 hours gap. Or if you want to do it in the evening, you can maintain 4 hours gap after your lunch. You can do it, you can add wherever you want according to your flexibility. But morning is very ideal time because you will be with a full of empty stomach. But if it is uncomfortable for you, suppose you want to go for office in the morning, 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, how can you do? So you can do it in the evening. Even sometimes I will do it in the evening only because I have classes in the morning. You can add. You can change it according to your flexibility of time. And dress sense, you can wear loose clothes according to your flexibility. Gents can wear pant, t-shirt, or shorts and t-shirt. And ladies can wear track pant, t-shirt, or chudidar. You can practice, you can wear according to your flexibility, but it should be closed. You should not think of anything while doing asanas except that asana rules. Sir, how many hours I should give for yoga? You can practice 40 or 45 minutes of asanas every day, then 10 minutes of shavasana, then 10 minutes of pranayama, then yoga. You can complete in the sequence. If sometimes if you feel difficult to do, you can practice 20 minutes of yoga. You can practice only 4 Surya Namaskaras. You can do Pavana Muktasana or Paschimottanasana and Shavasana. You can make it end. You can do it pranayama and yoga in the evening when you get 10 minutes of time. Another question is that, sir, can I do yoga for 2 hours, 3 hours? Yes, you can do, not an issue, but you should do it in the sequence. That will give you benefits, or else waste of time. Another question is that, sir, shall I drink a water before doing yoga? Yes, you can drink small cup of water, not 1 liter or 2 liters, and do yoga. It's very dangerous. Like it is like a filling of the air in the balloon and pressing in all the direction. It will get balloon will get damaged if you press in a various direction. Like that, after filling the water in the stomach, if you do asanas and all, it will get damaged. So you can have a small glass of water and do. And next thing, sir, I have cough, cold. Shall I do yoga? Yes, we can do. Only person should not do one who has fever. There he can practice pranayama, shavasana, pranayama, yoga, meditation and all. You should avoid much asanas. But there is pranayama for fever also. They can do and collect it. But till duration of fever, he should not practice much asanas. Rest of any problems, you can do asanas, not an issue. These are all the benefits of asanas. Practice asanas in a sequence and get all these benefits. Happy time.